down that side, I do this side.
I think I knocked it off in you. So again, we'd just like to welcome you all here to Gaelic Park, Willawong, Brisbane, Queensland for the 2019 State Games, Australasian State Games. This next game up is the Hurling final, which is between New South Wales and Western Australia. I'm Colin Daly, and unfortunately for you guys listening and watching online, I am on my own doing the commentary today for this hurling final. Today's game will be refereed by Dave Hickey from the Fena Club in County Carlow. Dave and his brother John flown out by the Leinster Council for these games. The Leinster Council, of course, which is twinned with Australasia GAA. Referee Dave just waiting on a few officials that are missing at the moment, and we'll get this game underway. I'll just run through the both teams here while we're waiting on the last three officials. So For WA, starting in goals is A. Roach, cornerback K. Ryan, S. Hayes, number 3, number 4 S. Lonergan, number 5 P. Harding, number 6 J. Cody, number 7 A. McNulty, number 8 P. Avers, number 9 A. Laneham, number 10 S. Flynn, number 11 E. Gagnon, number 12 P. O'Brien, number 13 P. Gagnon, number 14 L. O'Shea, 15 P. Power, 16 D. Lonergan, 17 K. Nolan, 18 S. Power, 19 D. Lonergan, and number 20 C. Hart. And we're off. The referee throws the ball in here, and it's New South Wales who just caught lifting that ball off the ground. I'll try and maybe get the New South Wales team read out as quickly as possible in the next few moments. That ball lifted off the ground by Barry Lynch there. A rookie mistake in a grand final to make. Barry plays his club hurling with Michael Cusick in Sydney, originally from Limerick. This free just around midfield, been taken here by E. Gagnon. He strikes it long, he strikes it high, it looks good from here, and yes, indeed, that's the first score of the game goes to Queensland. So Queensland lead 1 point to no score. As Jim Culleton stakes that one out here, and it's brilliantly fetched there by the hand of John Morrissey. John Morrissey plays a quick ball down through the middle here. It's going to be cut out by the Western Australia defence there, and P. Gagnon done extremely well there to clear his lines and give it over to P. O'Brien. Now they're coming down the left hand side of the field. The far side is just worth noticing or mentioning. There's a slight breeze here as New South Wales come out here with Barry Lynch. Barry Lynch passes that ball to Paddy Ryan. Paddy Ryan sends a long ball in there. He was aiming, I think it was aimed at Cahill Naughton there. But Victoria or WA coming out of the defence here with this ball again. And Jack McNulty coming down the ring here, been well watched by Jack Hurley. And New South Wales get this ball back as far as Jack. The first touch just doesn't come good for him, and E. Gagnon takes a strike from way out on the right hand side in front of the New South Wales dugout, and that's a superb score there. Western Australia now leading 2 points to no score. Great start there from Western Australia. 2 quick points on the trot. This ball being stuck out there by Jim Culleton, the New South Wales goalie. Comes as far as Nathan Green. Nathan Green passes that ball across there to John Morrissey. John Morrissey turns. He doesn't just get the shot that he wanted away. It looked as if it was going to be a relatively easy point, but and they end up the A. Roach and goes for WA. Had to pull off a small save, and this ball goes out for a 65. So at the moment there's a slight breeze blowing in favour of Western Australia. As this 65 is going to be stuck into the wind, I think it's going to be Aidan O'Flynn here. Yeah, it is indeed Aidan O'Flynn who's standing over this one. Aidan, of course, who hails from Cork and plays his club hurling with Cormac McAnallans in Sydney. The referee moving the ball towards the centre more, which may leave it easier, and the wind just starting to pick up again. We had the same experience yesterday in the Camogie final. That game, of course, which went to extra time, and New South Wales coming out on top by 2 points against the superb Victoria team. O'Flynn standing over this one. It's a good lift, it's a good strike, it looks good from here, and indeed it's the first score of the match for New South Wales. New South Wales now trailing 2 points to 1. Approximately 3.5 minutes played. That's a superb strike there from the Western Australia goalie A. Roach. He sent it the whole way down into the heart of the New South Wales defence. And I think that was Ger Fenley. Ger wearing number 8 today. Gets that ball away as far as Declan McManus. Gives it to Cahill Naughton wearing number 11 today. He puts a great crossfield ball there into the hand of Paddy Ryan. Paddy Ryan slips another ball in there to Aidan O'Flynn. Aidan O'Flynn comes out to the left hand side to Naughton, and it's a superb block. Superb block against Declan McManus there. Cathal Naughton picks the ball up way out here on the sideline, and he strikes a wonderful score. What an equalising score from Cathal Naughton. Cathal plays his club hurling with Cormac McAnallans and hails from County Cork. What a superb player he is, and how well is he playing at these games. Another monstrous puck out from Young Roach and nets for Western Australia. They're really going down the centre here, straight down the full back line. New South Wales will do well to get this ball out. It's been passed in there to P. Gagnon. He's going to have to turn and come back out. He opts to go across a cross-field ball. It's a great ball across the face of the goals, and it's well won there. Turned, and it's a third point of the match for Western Australia. That was a great score there. Superb work there from Paddy Gagnon in the corner to get that ball across there to El O'Shea, and El O'Shea knocked that one over. Superb score. New South Wales quick with a puck out again, goes as far as John Morrissey. John Morrissey plays it into Aidan O'Flynn, the two club working well. And a pull back of the jersey there. And Declan McManus gives a relatively easy free in here, about 35-40 metres out from New South Wales, and Aidan O'Flynn is going to come out to strike this one. Just also worth noting that it's roughly 29-30 degrees here today in Gaelic Park. The water carriers will be on and off constantly as Aidan O'Flynn steps over this ball. It's a good lift, it's a good strike, and it looks good again from here, and that makes it a level game once again. 3 points apiece. There's really nothing between these two teams. Victoria made a slip up there, went for a short puck out, just lost by the hand of the full back there, but they've done extremely well there for Paddy Ivers. Paddy Ivers, wearing number 8 for WA, comes straight to the middle, and he was fouled probably 2-3 times. The referee gave the advantage there to allow him to stay going, but he's pulled back. Once he lost possession, he pulled him back for a free, which is right in the heart of midfield here. E. Gagnon going to hit this ball just between the 65 and midfield, directly in front of the goals, direct to the centre of the pitch. Wind slightly changing, coming across the field. That strike is superb striking there, and well worth it. Well worth the score in the end up. It makes it a 1 point game once again. Western Australia 4 points, New South Wales 3 points. Poor puck out there by New South Wales, and it comes as far as Aileen, who just lost control of that ball, and it went out here for a New South Wales sideline, just in front of their dugout. This one going to be taken by Sean O'Mara. Sean O'Mara hailing from Tipperary. Referee Dave Hickey pulling the defenders back out of the way. That ball rolls through the whole way to Paddy Gagnon. Paddy Gagnon sends that one in across the face of the goals. The shot's fluffed, and the ball took an awful bad bounce there, and it just happened to go out. And I would say that's going to be a 65. Yeah, the New South Wales goalkeeper there, Jim Culleton, just didn't get the first touch on it. And it is indeed out for a 65. Gagnon lining himself up for this one. We know he has the range from his earlier score. He lines it up on the 65, just to the right of the posts. This 65. It's a good lift. It's a superb strike. Superb strike, and it's the 5th point of the game for Western Australia. Superb strike, and there was plenty on that one. It could have went another 10-15 metres, especially with that wind. New South Wales slowing the puck out down on the advice of the referee Dave Hickey. Jim Culleton steps back. He takes a good run. He takes a long strike. It's way out that right hand side. Again, it's cut out there, but by Lynham. Western Australia on the attack again. That's a superb effort there. I think that came off the stick of P. O'Brien there. And has to be said, Western Australia really have settled into this game a lot quicker than New South Wales. They're now 3 points. It's a 3-point game. Western Australia 6 points, New South Wales 3. This ball played away down into the corner there to Declan McManus. He slips the ball across there to Ger Fennelly. Ger Fennelly tried to play in Aidan O'Flynn, but it ended up just going to the left and out to the wide of the Western Australian goals. This game being played with extreme high intensity, especially in the heat. We're just coming up to the 10-minute mark. And this is another monstrous puck out. I think the wind's still favouring Western Australia at the moment. It's starting to blow towards the clubhouse side, so it's starting to be a bit of a crosswind as New South Wales come out here. And yeah, correctly so, that ball was thrown, and it's another easy free, close-in free for Western Australia. I won't say easy, as it's way out on that left-hand side. Again, Jagden, the number 11, going to take this one. Probably 45 metres out, 2 metres in from that far sideline, the left-hand side of Gaelic Park. He looks up. He gets the strike. Again, this ball, unfortunately, it was well struck, but it just went to the left and wide. New South Wales lucky to not concede a score on that occasion. Game's still a 3-point game. New South Wales just not yet coming to terms with those puck outs yet in the door. And Barry Lynch passed that ball across, but it's given away behind the door in there to Western Australia, and that ball's a long crossfield ball, but superbly cleaned up there by the corner back Sean O'Mara. Sean O'Mara gets the ball out there to Paddy Ryan. Paddy Ryan plays it back across the field to Barry Lynch. New South Wales really overplaying this, trying to make space. It goes back to Paddy Ryan. He plays it out across the pitch here to Cahill Naughton at centre forward for New South Wales. Cahill takes it down the left hand side. He's been well watched by Jay Cody, the centre back from WA. Aidan O'Flynn battling to get that ball, just didn't get the pick up the first time it comes out here as far as Paddy Ryan. Paddy Ryan has a go. He just scuffs that shot. Half of a block put in there by the Western Australian defence, and Western Australia clear their lines, but it's only as far as end the door and the centre back for New South Wales. He mishits that ball and gives it straight to the number 12 for Western Australia, who plays it right in here to the heart of the New South Wales defence. But New South Wales full back coming out there and come out and cleared his line superbly. This ball is played across to Timmy Fleming, I think it is, for New South Wales. He looks up, he takes a shot, it just goes to the left of the posts and wide. A massive puck out again by Western Australia. They're really trying to get that ball right up into the heart of the New South Wales defence. Paddy Ryan plays that ball away out to the right hand side. I have Timmy Fleming down here in the New South Wales team sheet as number 12, but I don't think doesn't look like Timmy Fleming from here, but I'll have to double check it at half time. Western Australia play this one quick to play it short. It gets across to Lynham just been hurried and hassled there by Cahill Naughton, but Western Australia get the ball away down into this corner. New South Wales, their full back there, goes to the ground, and Sean O'Mara there way into that corner. That ball went out for a sideline cut, and I think it's going to be a New South Wales sideline for this. Way down in the heart of their corner back line there. This one's going to be taken by Barry Lynch. Barry Lynch thought that one was a free, picked it up, thought it was a free, struck it. What will the referee do here? I think it is just a miscommunication. It's actually a sideline ball. And again, Western Australia taking their time to throw that ball back in. Game being played with great intensity so far. Western Australia 6 points, New South Wales 3 points. I make it just coming up the 15-minute mark. Barry Lynch, it's a good ball, it's a good sideline, but it's caught out there by Paddy Gaiding. Paddy going straight through, he plays in the number 15 there. Young Power has the shot at goal, and it's a superb save, but unfortunately it's finished for New South Wales. It's finished to the net from the rebound by S. Flynn there, playing at number 10 for Western Australia. That goal scored by the Waterford man. That was a superb first save there from New South Wales, but they just couldn't keep that rebound out. And now they see themselves falling behind by 6 points. 1-6 to 3 points in favour of Western Australia. Just over 15 minutes played. That ball pucked out by New South Wales way over that far right hand side, and it came off the stick of a Western Australian player, and it goes out for a sideline cut for New South Wales. This one's going to be taken by Andy Dorn, the centre back. Sydney Shamrock's man from Wexford going to take this sideline. He goes with the left hand side. He doesn't get great height in it, but he got a great distance, and it just goes beyond Aidan O'Flynn and out for a puck out for Western Australia. WA now going to take this puck out. He's lining up as if he's going to go straight down the centre again. It's kind of the theme of the day for their puck outs. He doesn't. He comes to the right hand side. It's going to land on top of McNulty wearing number 7. The two number 7s, Jack Hurley marking McNulty here, and this time Hurley comes out on top, and it's a free for New South Wales. Jack Hurley from Cork going to take this free on it back on his own 45, just along the sideline with their dugout. He sends it in long. Western Australia straight down the mouth of their sweeper. Very, very poor use of the ball there, this time by Hurley. Western Australia on the attack once again. That's a long ball across the field there from Paddy Gaigden. Really making young Flynn wearing number 10 work for it. Western Australia win that ball and they send it in, and it's just gone to the right and wide. Poor shooting that time from Power at number 15 for Western Australia. It's a low puck out, driven towards John Morrow. Picked up here by Barry Lynch. Barry Lynch plays in. Ger Fennelly sends the ball across the face of the goals here towards Timmy Fleming. Timmy Fleming catches that when he turns, and it's a great strike, and it's over the bar. And New South Wales have just got their 4th point of the match. It's now down to 5 points. Western Australia 1-6, New South Wales 4 points. Western Australia really making use of this wind advantage here. Striking long balls down into the heart, into the full back line of the New South Wales full back line. Hurley done well that time to get that ball out, and way back there helping out was Paddy Ryan. Unfortunately that ball just came out in front of us here, in front of the commentary, and it's going to be taken here by Paddy Gaigden. Paddy playing all over the pitch here for Western Australia. He's opts to leave this one to Gaigden, the number 11. Gaigden halves the hurl. He's going to go cross field by the looks of things. He's took a step back. He's going to take his time. I can imagine he's going to launch this into the edge of the square, into young Power, the 15 there. He shouts for Power. He points to Power. That's a superb sideline, right into the heart of the full back line. But out there comes New South Wales with this ball. It was a poor pass in the end up there, a poor hand pass from Barry Lynch. New South Wales really wasteful when they're in possession here, fighting so hard to keep the ball, and that ball's launched in here towards Declan McManus here. It just goes too far, and it's out for a sideline here for Western Australia, right in the very corner, the right hand side underneath the stand, the clubhouse here in Gillick Park in Wollongong. Poor sideline this time, only goes as far as Declan McManus bent for that ball, and the referee deemed a bit of a tug of the jersey there, so it's a free in. It's way out on this left hand side, way out towards the sideline, close in, probably 30 metres in from the goals, but way out to this left hand side, just maybe 4 or 5 metres in from the sideline in front of the grandstand here Gaelic Park. I don't know if Flynn's going to take this free. The wind seems to have died down slightly. He's taking his time to strike this one. New South Wales really could use this score. Just coming up towards 20 minutes, I make it, and unfortunately for Aidan O'Flynn and for New South Wales, that ball just went to the left of the post and wide. Again, WA go long and they go high, but they go down the left hand side of the pitch. A wild ferocious swing there by the number 12 for WA. Ger Finlay clears that ball up, he sends it away down the line towards Timmy Fleming. Timmy Fleming and Aidan O'Flynn kind of battled themselves up there, and that ball was lost, and it went to centre back there. Cody, he plays a great ball into the middle of the pitch. That ball's put across the field here to the right hand side to McNulty. McNulty doesn't get it the first time, he lets it fly along the ground. It's went straight into the full forward line into Flynn there, number 10 for WA, and he turns and he pivots and he slots that one over the bar on his left hand side. Great score from Western Australia. Took the ball out of their own full back line there, 2 pucks of the ball, and it was over the bar. Superb play from Western Australia. They really have started the better team here, and they really do deserve their 6-point advantage at the minute. So that ball coming here along the sideline, it's the New South Wales ball. Western Australia leading now 10-4, 1-7. The scoreboard reads Western Australia 1-7, New South Wales 4 points. Just 20 minutes or so played. 21 minutes, I make it. This sideline going to be taken. The referee puts him back. This one's going to be taken by Paddy Ryan. The referee sends him back. He goes backwards with this one. He just connected it too well there. He tried flicking it back there to Sean O'Mara, but he put Sean O'Mara under serious pressure, and Western Australia have overturned him and got that ball across. Oh, superb hands there from Flynn wearing the number 10, and unfortunately the finish didn't match the hands. He really got a quick hand pass there. He wasn't expecting it and he got it, but unfortunately the shot just went wide. New South Wales now, Tommy Wallace on there wearing 24. They're starting to use their interchange at 20-minute mark. They're trying to get as much water on board, but and as many interchanges as they can. This ball played out again down here towards Jack Hurley, but again Western Australia just find themselves with a man or two over, and that's a superb strike there from the number 11 Gagnon. That really deserves a point, and he gets his point. What a superb strike. The referee overrules both umpires that time. The referee adamant that ball definitely didn't go over the bar. He's overruled both umpires. So the scoreboard remains Western Australia 1-7, New South Wales 4 points. New South Wales really need a goal here, I feel, just before half time, just so they don't leave it too much of an uphill battle. Their puck outs are going well here. They're finding their men, but it's just when they get across that line. Brooke Byers there, just from Coastman from County Down, just passed that ball up the field, but really giving possession away very easy. And now we've just given away a free. Giving away a very soft free, the number 3 for New South Wales. Not sure, they're just not, as I said earlier, they're just not the team sheets we were handed. The numbers don't correlate, so I'm trying my best to get the players correctly. So bear with me here. We currently have about 118 people viewing this live on our app, so keep your messages coming in there. And that ball, that stuck. They made no mistake that time. And that ball went straight over the black spot. Again, Gagnon, centre forward here. Probably top scoring for the day at the minute. I have him down here for maybe 5-6 points already. Jahal Naughton plays that ball across to Andy Doran there. Andy Doran goes down this left hand side towards Ger Finlay. Ger Finlay done superbly there to catch that ball. He turns, he passes it across the face of the goals. The wind just draws the ball out that small bit, but it's still in the hands of New South Wales, and that man is Tommy Wallace. Tommy Wallace turned inside his man. Get that ball across there. Give it across there towards Timmy Fleming. Very uncharacteristic of Timmy to drop that ball, but he wins it back and then he gets blocked, superbly blocked there by the Western Australia defence there. It's Kenny Ryan sends the number 2 for Western Australia, sends that ball way up that far sideline, and Brooks Breyer's there, comes out, he passes the ball across to Fleming. Fleming passes it over here to the trusty hand of End the door and flicks it off here to Ger Fenley. Ger Fenley just missed the catch, but he has it back. He turned to his right. He fired that ball across to Tommy Wallace. Wallace taking the SWA defence on. He gets round 1, he gets round 2, but then cut across there. Just the hand pass cut out there by Hayes, the full back for Western Australia. But again, it's slightly like tennis. Went back and forward there until it landed in the hand of Jack Hurley, and Jack Hurley took his chance there and he sent that one over from just beyond midfield. So a superb score there by Hurley against the wind there from his own midfield. Western Australia again with this puck out, it goes high and straight down the middle, right into the centre half back line. Oh, what a catch! Superb catch by Barry Lynch, the Cusack's man there. He plays that ball way across the field to his fellow Cusack's man. Timmy Fleming went on. He tried to get the shot away. He just didn't make it. It was half blocked down. He picked up a slight injury in that whole passage of play as well. And Western Australia, the goalkeeper cleared the line there, and it goes out about 20 metres out from the Western Australia goal for a sideline cut for New South Wales. Cathal Naughton stepping up, just waiting on a ball here, just beyond the Western Australia sub bench. Naughton taking his time with this one, just received the ball there. He's going to line it up. He's going on his left side with this cut. He catches it well, it goes in towards the goals. It's going to be pulled on by Aidan O'Flynn, but again, great goalkeeping there from Roach, and goals for Western Australia. And he clears his lines there, but it only goes as far as End the Dorn. End the Dorn plays that ball across there to Sean O'Mara. Sean O'Mara half blocked down, gets the ball across there to Barry Lynch. Barry Lynch driving forward for New South Wales, but again it's the battle of the defences, and Western Australia send that ball away up here, but great hands. Yeah, referee made the correct call. New South Wales fullback won that ball, but yeah, there was a foul there just off the play. There was a foul there with Sean O'Mara and his man, who I think is McNulty. McNulty there for wearing number 7, but playing in the full forward line here, playing corner forward actually for Western Australia. Referee taking his chance to get some water on board there. Just a stark reminder, it's 29-30 degrees here all day. It's been since 10 o'clock this morning, so the water's a necessity. I make it just over 27 minutes as Gagnon stands over this free for Western Australia. He's been superb with his frees all day. He dips, he looks up, he strikes it well, and he makes it 1-9 to Western Australia, to New South Wales 5 points. Just about 28 minutes played there for anybody tuning in. Western Australia, this is the hurling final of the 2019 Australasian State Games. Western Australia 1-9, New South Wales 5 points as this ball stuck out to the New South Wales goalie way out to midfield, but again that ball was won there by McNulty and sent straight in, but superb play by the full-back. If only I could get his name on this team sheet, I'd be able to tell you how well he's playing and who he is. That ball blocked there by Sean O'Mara and goes out for a New South Wales sideline cut. The sideline about 30 metres out from the New South Wales goal. He gets decent enough height on it, and it's tipped down there by McNulty, the number 7. He seems to be playing everywhere here. He's out there in the middle of the pitch now. It's batted down by him and just goes over the bar. Dave Hickey just down in front of us here, the Cardo man, taking no nonsense referee in here, telling 6 get out of there, that's the end of the door, and he's telling him to get back from that cut. That cut goes 20-30 metres. And superb defending there by Cody at centre back. And yeah, he probably was hit there by John Morrissey. It was more of a full frontal tackle. Definitely wasn't shoulder to shoulder. And Western Australia just telling Cody to stay down, take his time. I would imagine they're going to be extremely happy going in there at half time. 7 points up, 1-9 to 5. I make it about 30 seconds of normal time left. They're going to run down the clock. Western Australia definitely going to be the happier team going in at half time. Western Australia just flicked that ball away out of the road. The referee's blowing for them to hit the free. They've 1, 2, 3, 4 men with water, with physio, everything on, but the referee tells them to get off to allow Jagden to hit this free. The referee has the game stopped. Way back up there, I think somebody's helmet might have been unstrapped, so he's telling Jagden to wait. Jagden, it has to be noted, is such a superb striker of the ball. The wind slightly in his favour with direction apart from it's starting to come across the pitch now, so if he's going to strike it, he has to go for the far left hand side, which he does. It looks good, it's dropping right into the edge of that small square. It bounces from one side to the other. New South Wales get the ball back to the goalkeeper, and the referee, I think the referee has blown it for half time. Yeah, he blew it bang on the 30 minutes. So scoreboard reads, scoreboard reads Western Australia 1-9, New South Wales 5 points. And you definitely have to feel Western Australia started the better in that game. But New South Wales by no means are out of the game. They keep chipping away. Western Australia questioning the scoreboard here, but the scoreboard's right. I make it the same as the scoreboard. Western Australia make it the same as the scoreboard, and I'm sure there's only one man that really matters, and that's the referee, Dave Hickey, the whole way from the Fenna Club in Charlo. So we'll take a couple of minutes break here, and we'll come back for this second half with an extremely entertaining first half of hurling. Just welcome you back here for the second half of this 2019 Australasian State Games hurling final here. The referee throws this ball in and blows the whistle straight away for a wild swing by Paddy Gagnon there, the number 13 for Western Australia, getting his name in the book. Scoreline here of New South Wales 5 points, Western Australia 1-9. A 7-point game. This free here out round midfield going to be taken here by Aidan O'Flynn. Paddy Gagnon there picking up the first yellow card of the match there from Dave Hickey. So this ball here, it's just about a foot behind midfield here, aided by the wind. Aidan O'Flynn steps up, he strikes it well, he strikes it good, he strikes it between the two posts. And New South Wales get the first score of this second half. The wind blowing down the pitch here, favouring slightly into the corner, but favouring New South Wales in this half. Western Australia made great advantage of it in the first half. That's a massive puck out there by Roach, the Western Australian goalie, and the ball's played right down in there into the hands of Michael Borry. Michael Borry wearing number 3 for New South Wales here today. Clears his lines well. Gets across here, I think it's Aidan O'Flynn. Again, he flicks that ball to Ger Fennelly. Fennelly looks up with the wind, he looks up, he takes a long strike, and it's a great score there by Ger Fennelly, the Kilkenny man. It's a superb score there. Struck from way behind his midfield, probably 70-80 metres out the pitch there, aided by the wind again, it has to be said, on a very dry, hot, humid day here. And Gaelic Park in Brisbane here up in Queensland, the superb hosts this year of State Games. And it's that man again, Paddy Gagnon, just received the first yellow card of the match there from the throw-in. He's down here on the far side of the pitch here, just in front of the scoreboard. Western Australia winning, leading this game on a scoreline of 1-9 to 7 points. 2 quick points there by New South Wales to bring it from a 7-point game down to 5. Gagnon back up on his feet. He's really been vital here today for Western Australia. Roach going to strike this ball out here for Western Australia. Just looking up, they were going to make an interchange there to take Gagnon off. Their number 18 ready to go here. Another one of the powers, S Power, I have on the team sheet here. He's going on. Wearing number 18, New South Wales really need to get a man across here to cover him. He's running back into the full back line, into the heart of and as a full forward into the heart of the New South Wales full back line. As Roach lines this puck out up. The wind definitely affected these puck outs in the first half. Were landing in the full forward line, now they're landing around midfield. But Western Australia get that ball away, it's good enough defending there. Oh, great steal there from Brooke Byers. What a rob there from Byers, the corner back for New South Wales. He passes that ball way across the field towards Declan McManus. McManus gets it, he's out on the 45, he takes his man on, he turns, he goes on his left hand side. It's a great strike, it looks really good from here, and it's over the bar. New South Wales with the first 3 scores of the second half. The win definitely a massive factor there, but what a superb score there by McManus, the Central Coast man, County Down originally. Playing his hurling in Sydney. That's another high one. It's still dropping around midfield. They're aiming on the ball on top of O'Brien there, the number 12. There was a wild swing of a stick there, and it's not Ger Fennelly. I think it's Jack Hurley there, come down awkwardly, and the referee calling a player in here. Hurley, you could hear the roar out of him. He was definitely hurt. The referee stops his watch. He's going to talk with the Western Australian P. O'Brien there, number 12. He's having a word with him. He's having a word with Gagnon, the centre forward as well. He has the book out. They're talking about the score, I presume. I make the score 1-9 to 8 points in favour of Western Australia. It was a 7-point game, but as I said, New South Wales quick in the first 4.5 minutes, I would make it. They banged 3 points in a row over there, and it's something they really badly needed. This free now been taken by Barry Lynch, the Cusicks man. He goes low, he goes into that right hand corner. He puts it in on top of Timmy Fleming. Timmy just missed out nothing, but Naughton, I don't know, Flynn gets that ball back out to Naughton. Naughton turns his left side. It doesn't look right from here. No, it's gone far too far to the right. And it just goes wide. New South Wales first wide of this second half. Roach going to take this puck out again. As I said, the wind assisted him massively in the first half. Now his puck outs are landing in around midfield, half forward line. In the first half they were going right into full forward. Superb bit of play there by Mick McCullough there. Out right in the middle for New South Wales. He plays it across. Knocking lands one into the square on top of Aidan O'Flynn. It just runs too far. And the goalkeeper there for Western Australia happy enough to let that ball go. The wind just overcarried that ball. Once it took the bounce, the ball didn't go anywhere here. The ground's so hard. Really, Queensland really suffering this year with a dry spell. WA get this ball out as far as Harding at number 5. He plays a long ball in there. He's looking for the sub. He's looking for S. Power. Power ran that one out. Michael Burry probably should have been a free there. Burry bent for the ball and was half took out of it, it looked like, from here, but referee waves play on, and indeed New South Wales played on that ball. Unfortunately landed in the hand of Cody. Cody returns the favour. He sends it down into the hand of Jack Hurley, now in the hand of Owen McAloonan. He plays a ball into Aidan O'Flynn. Aidan O'Flynn wins that ball. He turns, he's going to the corner. The number 2's ready to take him. He turns inside, he steps back outside. He has a shot and it's just to the right and wide. Good defending there by young Ray in the corner back for Western Australia. Kept his man to the outside at all times. And the referee stops the game again for an injured player down, way down the far end of the pitch here. A Western Australian player down, way down off the ball. We've currently 57 people tuning in live here. At the minute watching live on air here. Thanks to Brian. Michael Burry, number 3 for New South Wales. We just found that out at half time. John Flynn says New South Wales aren't great, that much firepower. Jason Theodore smoking on the sideline, LOL. So we're getting it all here now. Keep the messages coming, keep the crack going, as this game's been held up just for an injury here. The injured player is an L. O'Shea there from Western Australia. Another Limerick man on show here today. Just to the left hand side of being down in front of us here on the sideline, Jack Hurley, the Cork man, the Cormac Ganallan's player, has just been subbed off there with the interchange after taking that last hefty challenge there. So he's actually just come off on this near side, and that ball comes out, and New South Wales fortunate enough there to come off the stick of a Western Australian player. I think it was Flynn, the Waterford man there, the number 12, number 10 possibly. And Owen McAloonan here going to take this sideline right in front of the Western Australia dugout. He tried stealing a metre or two, he wasn't getting away with it. The Western Australian subs called it back. The referee, the main man, called it back. And again, that ball just comes out here, took a block. That's a New South Wales sideline there. It came out, it nearly took the head off the cameraman. But the referees play on. That ball definitely should be 3 or 4 metres brought forward, yeah. And Owen McAloonan takes that ball on that distance. WA management saying they push him back a few metres, but McAloonan was having none of it. The ball falls, he steps up again, he's on his left side. That's a superb cut to the far side of the pitch there. It just slips over the top of McNulty, the number 7 for WA. Timmy Fleming has it in his hand now. Tommy Wallace gets it, he's brought down, and it's a free, probably 45 metres out, directly in front of the goals. Wallace, the Shamrocks man from Cork, making a big impact since he came on just before half time. And making a big impact. New South Wales, as I said, scored the first 3 points of this half. They're aided by the wind. The wind's starting to turn slightly and blow cross field towards the clubhouse here in Gaelic Park. See Dennis Crawford proudly wearing his Sydney or his Central Coast top here, coming across the pitch. Dennis, the manager for for New South Wales hurlers. As Aidan O'Flynn stands up here, steps over this one, 45 metres out, directly in front of the goals. He doesn't give it much height, but he looks good, and it's over the bar. A goal now stands between the two teams. Western Australia won 9, New South Wales 9 points. New South Wales scored 4 points in this second half, so they've really started the better. Western Australia started the better in the first half, there's no doubt about that. But New South Wales clawing the way back. It just make it 10.5 minutes or so gone here as Ger Fenley's out right in the middle of the pitch here. Ger's going to stay going. He passes that ball into Aidan O'Flynn, and I have to say the quality of ball going into Flynn, they're making him work so hard for every ball. If he doesn't get that first touch, the bounce here, the ground is so hard. The first touch, the ball's going to run 10, 15, 20 metres, and that time it just ran away out into the right hand corner there, and O'Flynn couldn't get to it, so it's out for another puck out for Western Australia. New South Wales probably happy enough. Liam Lawler here in the line, Stephen Lonergan over there. Jason Lynch just gone back, all part of the management setup. I'm sure I've missed a couple of players as New South Wales attack again here. Timmy Fleming on the ball, he looks up, he's normally deadly accurate. It's a great half block there. O'Flynn gets it, half ball it down, he's still fighting for it. Great defend there. O'Flynn robs it back for New South Wales. It's in there, it's in the mixer. There's 3 or 4 men looking for it, but it's a Western Australian comes out with it, and it's young Lonergan, a corner back. He sends it away up the field on top of end the door and loses out this time. New South Wales really under pressure here. That's superb defend to get out in front there by Sean O'Mara. Sean O'Mara, he kept the ball moving forward. Michael Barry in on top, in there in the defence trying to win this ball, but it's lost to Western Australia, and Western Australia on the attack again. And yeah, correctly, there was a foul off, the silly foul there, and a relatively close in free there. I know it's on the very far sideline, but it's about 30 metres probably out there on the right hand side. A foul there on Power, the number 15 for Western Australia, and again I would say Gagden, their number 11, will hit this one. He's been deadly accurate all day with his frees, and luckily enough for New South Wales, the wind is now in their favour. So in the first half, anything really from Western Australia's 45 out, this guy was able to strike the ball and landed it on top of the goals. This one's closer in, it's way out to the right hand side. He dips, he takes his time, he looks up, the last look up, it's a good clean strike. It looks good, yeah, it's good, and Western Australia have now got the first point of their second half. 4-point game once again. About 13 minutes on the clock, I make it. This ball's pucked away down the field here towards Ger Fenley. Ger Fenley fouled there and done extremely well. Another message, who's the New South Wales goalie? I think that's one's coming in from a previous manager, Brian Vaughan. The name I have in the team sheet, Brian, is Jim Culleton, Central Coast. I'm originally from Kilkenny. This ball going to be stuck by Aidan O'Flynn just in midfield here. 1-1-2, Burgo Wrights come on, the Gagnon brothers from Charlo, their sister and Owen, brother-in-law from Kilkenny. So everybody's watching in with 124 people now on the live chat, on the live stream, as Aidan O'Flynn lines this one up. He is aided by the wind. He will have to aim more so to the left hand side, the wind blowing into this bottom right corner. It's a good strike. It looks really good from here, and yes, both umpires agree, and that ball goes over the bar. It's back to the 3-point game once again. That goal could be the vital score for Western Australia. That goal they got in the first half, as their goalkeeper once again comes to puck this ball out. Roach, it's long, it's high, it's way over towards that far scoreboard. The wind's making it hang in the air, but that's superb catch there by their number 5 Harding. He comes down that sideline. He's playing in one of their own defenders there, but Barry Lynch, the opposite number 5, won that ball, and it's way across the field here to Sean O'Mara. Sean O'Mara comes inside his man, slight touch on the helmet, very little in it. Paddy Abers there, the midfielder. just lucky to get away with that. The ball comes to O'Flynn. O'Flynn, it looked good at the start, but the wind definitely tailed it away out to the right and wide. Referee calls it, both umpires call it, goalie calls it, even I had it called. That ball just went to the right and wide. New South Wales slightly wasteful, but I make it 5 points in this half. New South Wales to 1 point to Western Australia. Western Australia probably need to get another score on the board. They're really hanging on here. That puck out, a poor puck out this time. We're on the 15-minute mark. That puck out just come out to the left-hand side and went straight out for a sideline cut here on the stroke of midfield. Noreen Delahunty writes in saying Jim Culleton from Mulnavat, County Kilkenny. That's the goalie. So Brian, that's what you've been told. Noreen also says go to New South Wales. The sideline here being taken by Owen McAloon, and it goes way across the field. He connected well with it, but it's in the hands of the Western Australia man. He does superb. Paddy Avers done superb there to get that ball across here to the number 14, O'Shea. O'Shea played a great ball in there. New South Wales under severe pressure here. There comes the 15. What a block there by Sean O'Mara. He really put his body on the line. And unfortunately the referee has called for a penalty. Not quite sure, there must have been a pull back or something, but what a block that time from Sean O'Mara. It was a certain goal there. Great passage of play from Western Australia, and you would feel this could be the icing on the cake for Western Australia if they could score this penalty. The referee has his book out. I'm not quite sure who he's calling in. I think it's Brooke Byers there from Centre Coast. I think he's calling them in, but he's also called in the number 11 Gagnon there from... No, he didn't. Gagnon's lining up his penalty and Brooke Byers received a yellow card. Something must have happened. I presume it was a pull of the jersey or a drag back there, or possibly for holding. Holding there in the square, but either way the referee waved his arms. Dave Hickey gave the penalty, and Gagnon's duly going to assist and try and stick this in the back of the net. Gagnon against Culleton here. Western Australia against New South Wales. What a penalty! It comes off the post. Oh my God, sent the goalkeeper everybody the wrong way. And unfortunately for New South Wales, that ball came out. Western Australia were quickest to react. And the ball finished up in the net. 2-10 to 10 points in favour of Western Australia. New South Wales extremely unlucky there with that one, but Western Australia first to react. And fully deserved of it. That goal at 17.5 minutes played, knocked and ties passing that ball in. I think it was actually a shot. He was half blocked. Again, that ball rounds away out. It hit the hard ground and it just kept running away out to the right hand side. There's nothing really much Aidan O'Flynn can do about those balls unless they land right in front of him. He's really chasing, trying so hard, and with the heat up here and that breeze, the ball is just flying in once it hits the ground. A very shrewd puck out here by Western Australia. They went low with it. They aimed for Lynham at midfield, but this one's cut out there by Tommy Wallace. Tommy Wallace having a great game since he came on here for New South Wales. Fortunately, I think that ball's going to run out for a sideline. Yes, it is. It's a sideline just on the about 30 metres out here in the Western Australian defence. The sideline, the ball just gone out over the net, so they're waiting here on Paddy Avers going to take this sideline. He finally got a ball back in. Avers going to take this sideline. He's going to try and go long. He has to try and go long to get out of that defence. He does go long. It lands around midfield here. It lands in the paw of Mick McCullough. Mick McCullough plays it back here into the heart of the defence. That ball's a crossfield ball there by Barry Lynch. He's trying to play in. Timmy Fleming done all okay there and let himself down slightly with a silly enough free with a shoulder in the back. And the two captains kind of went at each other there. Timmy Fleming, the New South Wales captain, and Seamus Hayes, the Western Australian captain. Hayes wasn't happy with that shoulder in the back, so he got one back. But again, New South Wales giving away a too soft of a free, probably, especially when you can see the striking power of Gagnon, the number 11 for Western Australia. Tommy Wallace running way back into the defence here for New South Wales. Keigdon's not looking to pass it, he's looking up. He had the range in the first half, he's just behind midfield. He strikes it good, he strikes it well, he strikes it high, and what a score from Keigdon. Really putting on a man of the match performance with this free taking and from his off the ball and playmaking abilities. What a score. New South Wales now 10 points, Western Australia 2 goals and 11 points as New South Wales try and get this ball going. Another ball straight in on top of Timmy Fleming. Western Australia come out on top this time again. He can't take it in his hand again, he has it twice in the hand already. It's the number 6 there, Cody. He flicks it off his stick there to O'Shea at 14. O'Shea plenty of time, plays the ball in. Surely New South Wales will come out of the full back line with this. They had 2 men over. He hand passes this ball. McBoy passes it out here to John Morrissey. John Morrissey plays it down the line to Tommy Wallace. Tommy Wallace just lost it there. Owen McAloonan going for that one. There's 2 sticks cracked, there's 2 broken. And number 8, Paddy Avers, sends a ball away down the field for Western Australia, and surely that's a free out. Yeah, just not much malice, probably no malice in that one to be honest. But just tangled up with the legs there. New South Wales will be happy there to take this free. I think it was one of the Ryans there in the cornerback for New South Wales. Now we have a Western Australia player down way off the ball. Western Australia management arguing there was something happened off the ball. Johnny Brophy, New South Wales football manager, in there doing the water for the hurlers, and also fighting the New South Wales case. I'm not sure if anybody's seen it. The referee certainly couldn't have seen it. He was way up the field here. Not sure what actually happened there. The Western Australia goalie telling everybody to clear off, give the man space. 21 and a half minutes played on my clock. Western Australia 2 goals and 11 points. New South Wales 10. New South Wales had the game back there. They had it back down to 3 points, 3 points. Unfortunately for them, that penalty save come off the post, but Western Australia really reacted the fastest, and they got the rebound and they sent it into the back of the net. So really it's all WA at the minute. WA scored 1-1 in this half so far. New South Wales have had 5 points so far, but you'd really have to feel that New South Wales need a goal if they're going to pull themselves back into this game. 7-point game to 11 to 10 points. 124 people currently viewing this game online. The heat here is probably 29-30 degrees. It hasn't dipped, it hasn't risen since 10 o'clock this morning. New South Wales and Western Australia taking their time here, trying to get water on board. I think it's the full back there, the captain for Western Australia, Seamus Hayes. I think that was the man who was down, but he's helmet back on, he's up, he's ready for action again. Referee stopping the watch. That should surely be a minute or 2 added time. This way back up the field here. Way back up here, New South Wales trying to steal a yard or 2. The referee's having none of it. Dave Hickey tells him to get back up to the 13-yard line. That's where it happened. This free taken by Barry Lynch, driven away down this right hand side. Everybody aiming for Aidan O'Flynn, but it's just been so hard there for Aidan O'Flynn today. The quality of ball, he's been well marked. The quality of ball, everything. The quality of the ball, just not great. I'm kind of blocked here by the 2 photographers just happen to stand right in front of me, so I don't really know what's happening there. This, whatever it was, it's resulted. I think it's a sideline. Ger Fennelly's taking this one. He sends it in low. He sends it in again. It hits the ground. Just too much on it. It hit the ground and the bounce sent it wide. Really, New South Wales really wasteful here in the last 2 minutes. They started the half so well, but they really gave Dara Grips, I think it is there, and at number 15 there, the Shamrocks man from Leeds. They gave him no chance there with that one, but. And Western Australia on the attack again, way up the field here. Could have been a free. A judge to have touched the ball on the ground. I thought he could have blown a free in there. I thought that he was fouled before he hit the ground, but the referee's there for a reason. and he made the call. New South Wales really need a goal here. They opt to go short. I would have been screaming at them there to send that one straight into the edge of the square. But it comes down this left hand side, 24.5 minutes on my clock. Cahill knocking at that ball, but again very wasteful. Hand past the ball. The intention was right, trying to get John Morrissey onto the play there, but it really didn't work. Now Naughton fought to get that ball back. He plays it short down the line there. It's a great effort, but again it goes to the right and wide. Not sure who that was. Got away with a final shot. May have been in the door and on his left hand side there, but it just went away to the right hand side and wide. Again, New South Wales dropping back, waiting on that long puck out, but it didn't come. It was a short one, and the second ball in goes launched straight in there on top of their full forward. But New South Wales cornerback, I think it was, made a slight error there. Sean O'Mara, just probably the first mistake he's made all day. He didn't get that pick up right, and the ball comes across here, and it's a great effort there by Paddy O'Brien, the number 12 for Western Australia. And I would have to honestly say, the way the time's run and everything, New South Wales really need to get out of jail. It seems to be every time Western Australia get a score here, they've a man down, or when New South Wales are on the attack or get a free, there's a man automatically go down. So don't think anything happened off the ball that time. We can't even say there was nobody near this man. He was the furthest man away from the play, but if it's a tactic that they're getting away with and it's working, fair play to them. A long puck out from New South Wales. Oh, what a catch there by Dara Grips, the corner forward. What a catch, way up above his man. He's going to leave this one to Aidan O'Flynn. New South Wales really need to get a score. 2-12 to 10 points now. This game seemed to be getting away from them. 8 points with roughly 5 minutes to go plus added time. I would say there's probably at least 4 minutes added time, but we'll have to wait on Dave Hickey, the referee, to tell us that one. Aidan O'Flynn here, lining this one up. It's a good strike. They needed it. It's been a long spell from their last score. Scoreboard now reads Western Australia 2 goals and 12 points. New South Wales 11 points. New South Wales really desperately need to get a goal. It doesn't look like coming. Again and again, their goalkeeper's able to pick out Paddy Abers, the number 8. He's just standing in the half-back line on his own. Really poor defending by the New South Wales forwards and midfield. They really need to be picking that man up. Western Australia straight away on the attack again. And who else is it? Only Gagnon, the number 11. And he sends that ball over the bar. Great score, but again, second, third score come there from a short puck out to Paddy Abers, the number 8 for Western Australia, who's really playing as a sweeper. New South Wales obviously have a sweeper in here as well. There was nobody sent off, there was nobody injured. Western Australia making their interchanges here, but New South Wales are on the attack, and Ger Fennelly has this ball. He takes his man on, he takes one touch, he takes two, he goes to the right, he goes to the left, and he takes a shot, and it bounces and goes to the right of the post and wide, just into the side end. But yet again, New South Wales sleeping here, and Culleton picks out Paddy Abers. Very lucky for New South Wales this time. Referee pulls it back and tells them that tells Western Australia they have to wait on the whistle. I make it about 28 minutes here on my clock. Surely 4 minutes of added time. John Flynn says the pitch is as bad as Saipan. Well, I can assure you, John, if you were chatting to the likes of Seamus O'Sullivan, there has been no rain here at all this year. The pitches are in superb condition for what they're dealing with weather-wise. This man, Seamus O'Sullivan, being here from 1972, said it's the driest ever summer he's ever seen, or driest ever year. The hurlers don't seem to mind. Ger Fennelly launches that one down right into the heart of the Western Australia defence, and who is it again other than Seamus Hayes, the full back, coming out with that ball. He flicks it over to Paddy Abers. Seem to be playing as 2 spare men. New South Wales really have lost their shape at this stage. And the door and gets that ball up. He's going down the left hand side. They've moved, I think it's Naughton. The bounce again. I think it was Naughton. They've moved into the inside forward line there, but that ball bounced about a metre in front of him and went 2 metres over his head. Really nothing you can do about that. It was the perfect ball in ideal conditions. Again, Western Australia with this free way over on that far right hand side. Their goalkeeper Roach is going to come out. The Kilkenny man's going to take this one. A great striker of the ball, as we've seen all day. He's way back in that corner back position. 29.5 minutes played here. Western Australia fully worthy of their 7-point advantage. Actually 8 points at the minute. Western Australia 2-13, New South Wales 11 points, an 8-point game. New South Wales really need to get a goal to have any hope here, but Western Australia defending so well here. They're not going to give away any scores. And again, who is it? Only Paddy Avers, the number 8, gets that ball across to the Lonergan, number 19 there, just come on as an interchange. About 30 seconds ago, that ball goes away down into the corner here. A really tight angle. Western Australia play that ball out. New South Wales really defending poorly here, and Power, the number 15, just kind of left on his own there, and he had time to turn once, he had time to turn twice. He took a hefty challenge there. There may be a card comes out here. Barry Lynch, the number 5 for New South Wales, judged to have fouled that time. Again, Western Australia going to slow this one down, and rightly slow, run the clock down. They're 8 points up at the minute. I make it 40 seconds over time, so we're all into out of time. It's all down to the main man, Dave Hickey. There's so much to tell us how much time's left. We have O'Shea, I think it's O'Shea, the number 14 here, lining this free up. Yeah, Gagnon's on the line, the free taker from all the rest of their frees is on the line. That one looks to be going to the right and wide. Yeah, it really did look to the right and wide. O'Shea, he argued, but definitely there was no arguing that one. Both umpires and the referee were certain of that one. Hulleton launches one right down in here. Is it going to drop tightly for New South Wales? It's in the hand of Declan McManus. What defending by Western Australia? Again, defending in such numbers. McManus tried getting that ball into the hand of Cathal Naughton, but brilliantly, superbly cut out there by the Western Australian defence. A yellow card given there to New South Wales number 10, Declan McManus. This ball yet again, Paddy Avers standing on his own. No idea who's to be marking him, but he takes a go at it himself from around midfield. It's going to drop in that goal mouth. And that ball, just goes out to the left and wide. Paddy Avers having a superb game here and around the middle of the field for Western Australia. As yet another puck out goes long. They're aiming down that left hand side for McManus. McManus goes up, he doesn't get that one. It's flicked out to Cathal Naughton. Cathal Naughton well bottled up there. 2-3 men around him. He tried hand passing it, it didn't work. Still 2-3 men around him. That ball played across the field here. Well taken there by Paddy Ryan. He tries to go 2-1, he tries to go 2-2. He loses the ball. It's a wild enough swing there from Barry Lynch. He did go for the ball, in all fairness. He did get the ball, but brave defending there by the Western Australian. I think it was young Power at 15 out around the middle of the pitch here. I definitely don't think it merits a card now, but Barry Lynch, I think he is going to go into the book. He is going to go into the book here. I didn't think it merited one. He really did connect with the ball. It wasn't a wild swing, it was more of a flick, but brave defending there from Western Australia. We're well into it. Is a yellow card indeed for Barry Lynch. We're well into out of time now. I make it 33.5 minutes almost here. Western Australia definitely do not look like losing this game in any way, shape or form. Western Australia 2 goals and 13 points. New South Wales 11 points. Barry Lynch now been No, I thought he was going to be interchanged, but he's not. Western Australia have Gagnon back on the field here. He's well within his range. He's just about 2 metres or about a metre behind midfield. Facing into the wind this half. He lifts it, he strikes it. It's superb strike, an absolutely superb strike, and it's straight over the black spot. This man has been superb all day with his free taking. What an asset to have a man that can strike a ball 65-70 metres at his leisure. Western Australia now leading 2 goals and 14 points to New South Wales 11 points as Naughton tries to play this ball across the field here to Declan McManus. Declan McManus brought down, and it's really just a matter of how long's left by the referee. Western Australia defending numbers, happy enough to give that free away. New South Wales really have to go for a goal here, and Aidan O'Flynn here taking this free, but I still don't believe that there's enough time. It's a 9-point game. They need 3 goals to get a draw. We're well into, I make it well into injury time. 34, almost 35 minutes on my watch, but it's all down to the referee. We did have 2-3 stoppages, and they weren't just for 10 or 15 second stoppages. Western Australia flood the goal line here. If this ball hits the back of the net, that's something that Houdini would be proud of. Aidan O'Flynn steps it up. He goes for it. It dips. It doesn't dip enough, and it goes over the bar. And it goes over the bar there for a consolation score, I would imagine, for New South Wales at this stage. The referee blows for the puck out. Western Australia in no hurry. It's a long high puck out here, way down the field. The wind is slightly died down here. It goes in on top of their number 11, Gagnon again. New South Wales trying to get this ball out with Owen McAloonan working away. Tirelessly working there, but again, Western Australia won this. New South Wales robbed them back there with John, I think it was John Morrissey or else Paddy Ryan. It goes as far as Naughton ties playing it down the middle. Big Damien Bowe in here now and around the full forward line. He just doesn't get his hand on it. He's going to fight away for it. And superb defending from Western Australia again. Gets the ball again to the one and only Paddy Ivers. This ball away, sent away down the middle. New South Wales caught out. It's a 2-on-1. New South Wales are coming back. There's no way it's a 1-on-1 now. And yeah, that's sign seal delivered from Power there, the number 15 for Western Australia. New South Wales really pushed there for that last score to try and get a score, try and get a goal, and they were really caught out at the back. A ball over the top from Paddy Ivers, and it was a 3-on-1 situation at a stage, and a real gift for Power, the number 15 for Western Australia. Referee time still left. I think this game's well gone. 23 points to 12, an 11-point game. Western Australia 3-14, New South Wales 12 points. Full back there, Michael Burry for New South Wales out in the middle. That ball was played across to Declan McManus. McManus did go to the ground. It could have been a free, but no, and that's it. And the referee, Dave Hickey, blows the final whistle, and Western Australia, worthy champions. Fought to the bitter end there, scored 2 goals and 4 points in the second half to New South Wales 7 points. So very worthy winners, and they go out on a scoreline of 3-14 to 12 points, and we'll hand it over now. Commiserations to New South Wales, but obviously Western Australia fully worthy of that win. Next up we have the men's football. So the WA captain for today is Seamus Hayes, the full back. The number 3, he had a stormer, and we'll hand you over now to the John Horn and the GAA president from the Uachtaráin of the GAA in Ireland, who's out this year as well, and Ned Sheehy, the Australasian president. We'll hand it over, and we'll call upon Seamus Hayes there to come and accept the trophy on behalf of Western Australia. Massive congratulations to WA, 3-14 to 12 points.